Welcome to the Hero Network.
Hola everybody, it is I, your Lord and Savior Nero, and today we're going to start off with a game that I'm actually kind of surprised it took me this long to even bother getting to. This is Sonic the Hedgehog, the original for the Sega Genesis, although it's obviously being played under a emulator, because I don't have capture hardware. And holy crap, hold on people. Alright, sorry about that, turns out I still had this thing set up for a different controller. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, for those of you that aren't aware about the Sonic universe, which would surprise me out of high hell, there's no spin dash in this game. That wouldn't get introduced until Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and this is actually the very first Sonic game I ever played, and wow, how did I miss that? So yes, I actually started with the very first, back in 91. Oh. Wow, I'm actually kind of fucking up. Is this what they call that recording curse? I believe so. I can't even remember the last time I got hit in Green Hill Zone. But anyway, yeah. I didn't play this on release date like some people will claim. I did get it in the summer of 91. I'm just not sure of the exact date. I was like 3 years old at the time, so give me a break. But, you know, I started out with Nintendo, much like most other people in my generation, and even into the modern day. But, you know, it was this game and the Sega Genesis that really got me into gaming. Wah! Okay, I knew I wasn't gonna get out of that unscathed. But either way, let's just do some badnik bouncing and don't miss the ring. And we passed Act 1 already. Although, I'm not going to speedrun this game. I've never been a Sonic speedrunner. I got into it a little bit with Sonic CD back in the day, mainly because of, you know, once I found out there were hidden goodies when doing the time trials, which I wouldn't even figure out until, you know, I got the internet and stuff like that, because I didn't really get magazines too often, at least not until the Dreamcast came out. So, I didn't even know there were such things as codes when I was growing up. But anyway, that was the first special stage. I'll actually explain it a little bit later once I get to the next one, but huzzah, we got a Chaos Emerald. And we are now in Green Hill Zone Act 2. Yay! Alright, so we're gonna head down here There's a little jump. Ah! Now I'm being a little cautious right here because this is the American version. God damn it. So I'm pretty sure this one still has the spike glitch in there, and I don't want to end up hitting those spikes and dying immediately. Fuck you, and yee! Do I make it? Do I make it? Aw, just barely. Alright, well, it's not like I really need all the extra lives. Now, this section, if you got the speed shoes, be cautious, because all of those are indeed bottomless pits, and it's very, very simple to lose your footing with that extra bit of speed. So, definitely don't try to be ballsy there. Best way to put it. Yay. You really gotta time your jump well if you want to get that on the first attempt instead of having to go back and jump later. But 74 rings, we are now in Special Stage 2. Now this should also be interesting because I'm not used to commentating while I'm doing these special stages. And it's been quite a bit, so I can't completely remember the layouts, but I'm pretty sure I gotta go right. But anyway, yeah, these are the rotating special stages. They will make a reappearance to an extent in Sonic 4 Episode 1. I was about to say Episode 2 for some strange reason. But yeah, that one's a little bit different because it's timed and you control the stage itself. as opposed to Sonic. Now, one thing that seems to have screwed up a lot of people growing up with this game is that, unlike in the standard fare game, Sonic's jump height, he always jumps at his full jump height, and that can screw up a lot of people. But yeah, that was Special Stage 2, and we got the second Chaos Emerald. 2 of 6. This game doesn't have 7 Chaos Emeralds, so yes, no Supersonic. Although there may have been something akin to Supersonic planned for earlier on. You know, like back in the beta phases, since they had the S block or S block, the S monitor, which, as later games would teach us, is the Supersonic monitor. Be careful there. Because I couldn't hear the music. I didn't know that my invincibility ran out right then and there. But yeah, we're in Act 3 now. This is the boss act, and surprisingly, this spiked bridge thing here has never been brought back for later games. Like, even Sonic 4 Episode 1 wouldn't bring that concept back, despite the fact that Splash Hill Zone is basically, in effect, Green Hill Zone, with a couple Emerald Hill Zone throwbacks and one possible Angel Island Zone. But yeah, there was no spiked logs, and I was always surprised by that, because unlike a lot of people, I actually like that gimmick, because that one takes skill to actually get by, so it's always surprised me that it never got brought back past the first game. Jump here and get an invincibility, so we can now officially just rape this boss. But here we have Dr. Eggman, or at this point, at least in the West, he was still known as Dr. Ivo Robotnik. And for anyone that was hoping I was going to do the Long John Baldry Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog voice, sorry, I can't roll my R's. So, I've been trying to teach myself, it's just never happened. But yay, with that, we have gotten past Green Hill Zone in total. Huzzah! So we will be moving on to the next act, which is Marble Zone. You can never get a special stage ring in Act 3. You can only get them in the first 2 acts.
It's me, Mario!